Do we even know what segments and stuff we're doing? We have not discussed it at all. All right, I'll definitely edit all this out.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Talking to me or them?
You.
Ever? Okay.
I haven't seen you yet. Like,
Oh,
you just
I just
the
appeared
power
here.
of technology.
I just appeared here.
Just appeared.
We've not talked at all yet today.
No. Seeing each other for the first time,
Right.
and
I've been here for an hour. Over an hour.
I know.
Almost an hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Um,
It's been a lovely hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. I love how you're counting down the seconds and 23
Well,
minutes.
well, I got here right at
Yeah.
a certain time, so it's easy for me to.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Welcome to Books and Babble.
Yes, this is episode 7?
No, I think we did
7 last time? I think so, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Well, you're gonna have to keep track because otherwise we're just gonna keep forgetting.
Yeah, because I've been labeling them. So in my computer, I'm starting to to save the file. I have to put the next number in. So, but I won't realize that until after I get the file. So
I think we'll keep it up. We'll see how close we are.
yeah, we'll see every episode how accurate.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's just gonna have to be a disclaimer. This may not be this episode.
May not be right.
Number.
Yeah,
so,
we won't know till later.
Yeah.
But definitely episode 8 this time, I think. So.
I think so because last
Yeah.
time it was a 7 and it was Friday the 13th that we were recording on, and it's like 7 is supposed to be like one of those.
Yeah,
numbers.
one of those unlucky yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was a good day for us.
It was. I thought it was quite a good day.
Me too.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with?
Should we just start off with like what we were reading?
Yeah.
Through the last time, from last time to this time, what personally that we have reading? Because like I don't show everything that I read on TikTok just because there is a lot. Sometimes I don't care for a book too often. I try not to show it too much. But,
Right.
Yeah. So
on my Kindle, I finished. I think last week when we talked, I had just finished The Burning Witch 1. And now I'm on The Burning Witch 2, and I've read, on my Kindle, I'm like 25-ish% of the way through. So it's at an interesting place, so I'm curious to see where they go from there. I'm not going to give any spoilers, I'm just going to say,
I can't wait to hear.
yeah. And then I'm reading the paperback version of A Darker Shade of Magic. I was about 150 pages in last week, and I'm still 150 pages in because I have not read another page since last week. Still amazing though. I still love it, and I.
You read that too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this was a week. That's
Yeah, you
This
read
feels
a lot.
longer than a week. That's right. So then I also read Smother Moss. Very, very interesting read, and now she is reading it.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'll let her say her thoughts in a second. And then the reason I haven't read any of A Darker Shade of Magic is because I am reading The Bright Sword, which is a Camelot retelling of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
Nice.
And I'm...
That is hefty.
Yeah. I'm 200 some pages in? Yeah, like 220. I'm 220 pages into that one.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I really enjoy it so far.
Edge.
Yeah. It's a really cool concept because not a lot of books that I read are about King Arthur, and so I don't know a lot about the original story to begin with, but I think that this concept is really interesting. And you get to learn about it, like switches back and forth between perspectives of history on the knights, so you get to hear their backstory of how they became part of Camelot and part of the Round Table, and the perspective of our main character present day. So it's really interesting.
The end papers.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And didn't you say that he has another trilogy out?
I almost, when we were at Barnes & Noble, I almost bought, he has a trilogy that's supposed to be really good, called The Magician's Trilogy. And I almost bought the first book, but I decided to read this standalone first, and if I liked his writing style, then to get the trilogy.
What would you Would you buy the trilogy based on it already?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love the writing style. It's very interesting. There's magic in it that it's magic that's unlike anything I've read before. It keeps it very interesting every sentence. There's some kind of like a weird new thing happening that's keeping it super interesting.
I want to spray your edges. I'm like looking at it like this would be really fun to do.
Yeah, you should.
But I'm gonna have to get that then.
So you should definitely read it. I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. But yeah. So those were my reads for the week. What about you?
I read All My Rage because she has one coming out here soon, and I have not read it. She wrote The Amber and the Ashes series that we liked. This is totally different. This is like about high schoolers, and it covers all sorts of trauma, but it was really well done. I feel like this should definitely be high school read, a mandatory read. It covers racism, it covers family with alcoholism, it covers death. It really it copes like a lot of what teenagers deal with and going through that and like their life development. It's a hard time and a hard age, and I feel like a lot of people could relate from it and get a lot from it.
Oh, cool.
So this would be great to see as a high school, but you know what, it's probably going to end up in a banned book, but there's that. I feel like the hate you give or the hate whatever should also be in as a mandatory read as well. And of course that's a banned book. And then I'm also reading, before we get to this, I started the ship book.
Voyage of the Damned.
Voyage of the Damned. That's it. And so I don't have the physical because I'm not reading the physical because I loaned the physical to you. Or you have the physical because that way you can read it. I am not reading it on there. I'm audibling it. And the snarky level in that, oh my gosh, I was not prepared for the snarkiness.
I've heard so many mixed reviews too, because like I know like you're reading it. I've seen like other people that we're friends with read it. Like Quinn J read it. Like so I still have not read it. So I'm curious to see like what your thoughts are, because usually we align with how we feel. So I'm curious.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm listening to a snarky Clue game.
Oh, like interesting.
Whodunit type thing of that.
I love a good whodunit. I don't know about the snarky throughout. Might be a little annoying. I don't know. It depends on how it's done. So
yeah.
Interesting.
So that's what I feel about it right now. It's like kind of what I feel like. It's
snarky Clue.
A snarky
I like that.
Clue. Like that's my best description of it.
Funny.
So I think I only have like an hour left. And then Smother Moss, which you read.
Yep.
We picked it up, and I am glad I talked to you. She told me not to go through it as try to figure out who the killer is.
Yeah.
This is weird, crazy, unique. I want to keep reading.
Yeah.
So I cannot say anything bad about it. This is different.
Yes.
Will I recommend this to other people? I do not know at this point.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm along for the ride.
I want to keep going. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt too.
So I'm curious. Like,
it's got, just like with the Bright Sword, the King Arthur book, it's got magic in it where it's just unlike anything that I've read before. It's just very unique.
I don't even know if it's magic or just like, what is the author on as it's written? And that's what makes me think is like, is somebody on something when this was written? Because it's so crazy. It's
really crazy. Yeah.
But I did read that she grew up on the Appalachian Trail in that time frame.
That's why I was
really
excited
cool.
to read it, because I thought, when I first picked it up, I thought that it was a murder mystery set in the Appalachian Trail, and I was like, for anybody who loves like conspiracy theories, like the Appalachian Trail is like, you know, there's so many different like creatures who are supposed to be, you know, staying in the Appalachian Mountains and all those things. And so I thought, oh, a murder mystery, because it also talks about creatures too on the back. In my head I was like, oh, a murder mystery with like maybe a little bit of conspiracy.
Each chapter has like a unique animal written on it, and
like half animal creature too. Yeah, so just the look of the book and the way that it was described on the back of the book, I thought, okay, it's about a murder mystery that has these weird creatures set in the Appalachian Mountain, and she lived in the Appalachian Mountain. I was like, okay, this is perfect. She's from there. She must know about all these crazy conspiracies. So I thought, okay, this is gonna be a really cool book, and it was not about what I thought it was gonna be about at all.
Yeah.
It ended up being a decent book, but it was just not what I thought it was going to be.
It is definitely, the review is beautifully strange on the front. And right now that fits it.
It's a very accurate
That fits it. It is, like
Very
I said, I
strange.
want to keep reading. I want to know what happens.
Yeah, same.
But it is definitely unique and so.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And to me, I'm not one to be like, a book just needs to give escape fun.
Mm-hmm.
Not every book is meant to be like a 5.
It's not gonna be a
like,
5 stars every time.
Masterpiece. And I give books 5 stars if I enjoy them.
If
They give me
it
a
took
sense
you
of
out.
enjoyment. I
Yeah.
love it. And like, I love the creativity and the different ones that you get to read. That's all the fun of reading. Because
Right.
if everything was the same,
It'd be
then
boring.
Yeah. So I didn't. Yeah, that's pretty good so far.
Yeah.
All right. So should we do the book review?
Sure. You want to do the book talk?
Or the book talk.
yeah.
The book discussion.
Let's do it.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, you made a mistake. Wait, I thought I made a mistake because so we read up to chapter 16.
Yes.
And I read up to chapter 16. But before I'm reading it on the Kindle. Before I closed my Kindle, I saw the first sentence of chapter 16 where a bomb was dropped. And so I called G and I said,
It is
just so you know, the very first sentence is drops a bomb. And so I told her, I said, just so you know, I read up to 16. I did not read 16, but I did read the first sentence and I know a big secret now. And then come to find out though, what did you do?
I audibled it and I knew there was going to be a big thing that dropped.
Yeah, because I told her chapter 16, like something happens.
And for some reason, I was in my mind, like I thought something big dropped back here when something else happened back here, and you were like, oh yeah, that wasn't a big deal or something like that. And I was like, okay, waiting for the next big deal. Gesundheit. And
Jinx.
I kept audibling it. I audibled it. And anyway, in my mind, I somehow went from 16 to 19. So I went all the way up to 19. And then I was on the phone with her and I was like, you're right. Oh my God. It ends just like right here where this. And then she was quiet and she's like, that hasn't happened yet. So I just dropped a big spoiler on her by
Not
mistake.
the whole spoiler. You didn't tell me. You told me something that happens to somebody and I just don't know who it happens to. So it's still going to be a mystery to me and I'm still going to be surprised. But
you know it's going to happen at chapter 19.
I know something that happens. Just I know something that happens to someone in that chapter.
Yes.
So
yeah. And it isn't like okay. So
I have to blow my nose real quick.
yeah.
And do you want a piece of gum? Because I think I'm gonna
Help yourself. Here, do you want me to open you a package?
Is there not one open?
If you want half a Benadryl,
Oh, no, good.
okay. I took one. I mean, they're in there. You just have to rip open a package.
Okay.
You want the dark blue. The green kind is a wimpy kind. I'm trying to think of where it was that I thought this had a big thing and it wasn't a big thing. Well, who else died in this book?
Huh?
I don't want to give any spoilers away.
Okay.
Did somebody die in this book the last time? I think there was. That you read about. Besides the one coming up.
Megan?
Yeah. Okay, that was where I thought it was big at. Okay.
See, I don't think that one was big at all.
No, because I was going to say that.
I mean, because we all expected it. Like, they said, they set it up to where, you know, it was so obvious that she was, like, No, I'm gonna die. I'm trying to die. I'm trying to kill myself. Like, I'm trying to do this.
But the stupid priest. Like, I'm glad she called him out and talked about it, because here he is just like, give me your food, people. And living the life.
Yeah, basically saying, it's not my fault if
dead.
they want to gift them to me. If they want to give me the food, then I'm not gonna like
Yeah.
tell them not to. That's God's will. You know, they made the choice to do it, so it's like, of course I'm gonna keep it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
somebody in your congregation literally died from starvation, and yeah, she purposely starved herself. But her family,
the mother.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, buried her. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. So they don't even know what happened to the mother.
No, I assumed that the father like took the body and did something with it, because when she went back to the house, of course, the mom wasn't there anymore. The body was gone.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody did something. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have no clue. I'm excited to see like where it goes. I feel like, oh my god, it's so hard for me to talk about it right now because I don't want to give any spoilers.
Oh yeah, because you're a couple chapters ahead. Well, do you want me to lead then?
Yeah.
So okay, so I really like the last couple chapters, because the whole book I've been saying, I think every week I've said this, that I've been waiting for like the other shoe to drop. That I understand that like the other side of the world and like the other side of the nation is, all these people are dying and like blah blah blah. But I've been waiting for it to get to a point to where they themselves have like a very severe effect from it, and finally that's happening, where like they didn't have, you know, they no longer have the water, they no longer have the gas, like they're using the wood and like the oil and everything, so they're now only living in one area in the house, squished together. And like the fact that she basically had said at one point, which I thought was super interesting, where she was saying like, oh, my last little bit of like privacy, my last little bit of like the one place I can be alone to like let out my feelings without anybody else seeing or whatever, and like process everything. No, she no longer has that anymore, because she's just crammed in this room with the rest of her family to try and like conserve heat so they don't freeze to death. And I thought that was super interesting. I liked how the mom keeps hurting her ankle, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought it was so interesting that like, they are so concerned with saving the wood so that way they can, make it last, because they don't know when they're gonna have, gas again. And when the mom hurts her ankle, they're like, oh, we're gonna move her mattress to the basement, or not the basement, the downstairs, and then we're gonna keep the heat on all the time for her, so that way she never gets cold. But she just hurt her ankle. Like, can we not? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm sorry, you hurt your ankle. You can still hobble up and down the stairs. I know the doctor friend said, no, you can. The doctor, I know they literally said don't walk on it. Sure, don't put pressure on it, but you can have another leg. Like, you can hop up and down the stairs. Like, and even if they brought the mattress down, that's fine. If they wanted to make it easy for her, fine. No problem. Even though you're only in the bedroom at night, so you have to hobble up and down the stairs like once a day. Like, girl. But
I do say, I will
wasting
agree
all
with
the
you on that. Like, I broke my pinky toe.
Yeah.
In like 2 spots or something. And I had to hobble and do the housework. And
you still have to do it. You can't just lay there all day.
No.
And
that's true.
Right. And they literally waste all the wood because the older brother was like, oh, there's no way that we're gonna just let you lay here without any heat. We're gonna have the heat running all day just for you. Like, made a whole big deal about it. And I was like, why? She broke her ankle. She's not dying. She's fine. She doesn't need extra heat. She doesn't need heat all the time. Like, why does she get special treatment because she hurt her ankle? I'm like, I don't get it. Yeah. I was like, you're acting like an actual child. Grow up. It's an ankle. Get back up. Hobble outside. You can still help chop wood with one bad ankle. You have 2 good hands. But she's like laying around inside, like not doing anything for, because she hurt her ankle. I'm like, can we grow up, please? Like, you're supposed to be the parent here. Like, no offense, but like, offense though. Like, figure it out. It's an ankle. You're gonna be fine.
And also, like, in this book, like, Peter brought them masks to wear to keep them safe from the ash. And just from the pandemic and wearing a mask, it is very, I couldn't imagine, like, they're like, oh, that's fine, I'll chop wood. Could you imagine,
casually.
like, that would be so difficult to do such a physical job wearing a mask. And I know many people have done it through the pandemic, and I honor them completely, because heck, just shopping with that mask on so much work, you know? I couldn't imagine doing
that's true. Yeah. And they were fine to do it. They didn't make a big deal out of it either.
No, they were all high-hoeing about it. Like, I couldn't, like, just that fact. I mean, and I know unless you are put in a situation, like, I feel on that.
Yeah.
I feel on that, so.
There's 2 more things that I wanted to bring up. One is the chocolate chips.
Oh, the chocolate chips. Yeah.
The chocolate chips. What was that?
All right. So, chocolate chippers.
Yeah. So, what did you think of that?
I don't think I would ever kick chocolate chips at you guys and make you eat them off the floor. And I get, like, in that time frame, those chocolate chips would probably be picked up and used. Yes. But I think I would have went through the punishment a little bit different than she did. I believe it was a little harsh. But I get she's trying to draw a line.
Yeah, because she's so ridiculously immature. And she's what, 16? Right? Is what we determined.
16.
She's 16. It's the end of the world. They're sleeping in one room. Like,
yeah.
You're gonna go to the cabinet and so selfishly take, like, the one sweet thing that's in there, the whole bag, and eat the whole bag yourself.
Yeah. And when
you're
this
16,
is
that's
Nelson,
6-year-old behavior.
Nelson or whatever, she just made them oatmeal cookies.
Right, like right before.
Cookies, and they were talking about how awesome it was and what a special treat and everything else. And for her to do that after getting it is wrong.
She just had cookies. She's acting like a 6-year-old, not a 16-year-old. It's insane. Like, to go and take the only sweet thing out of the whole cabinet, knowing that your brother's birthday is in a couple weeks too, which is wild. Like, you're 16. Like, you're almost an adult. Like, I don't get it. Like, she's so immature. And I felt like she was getting more mature. Like, her and her mom haven't been fighting as much. Like, she's been, like, pitching in. Like, I thought, like, everything was going well. And then that chocolate chip thing happened, and I was like, are you, like, you're acting like an actual 6-year-old. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I do think that the mom's punishment, though, she was saying, like, oh, you can't eat for, like, 4 meals or something.
Yeah, you have enough calories
for 4 meals.
You're good.
Oh, man. I was like, oh, well, that's a wee bit harsh, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. But, the other thing that I was going to say with this part was the ice skating. So she went to the lake to go ice skating, and the guy that she's been talking about the whole book was there, and they kind of made it seem like maybe that didn't happen.
I feel like further on in the chapter,
see, this is what I was wondering, because
she referenced in her mind, she's like, did this happen or didn't it happen? And then she actually's like, I don't care if it happened or not. It is what it is, you know, type thing. So it's a memory thing. So it could be, I think it could be played as it happened or it didn't happen.
Interesting, because I fully thought that it happened, and then you made a comment about, like, oh, well, I'm not sure it actually happened. And I was like, well, why would you think that?
Know.
But you had read on, so obviously, like, you know stuff that I don't.
And it was just that one comment.
Yeah.
Did it happen or didn't it happen?
Yeah.
And it made me think, well, did it
could
happen
not have.
or not?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, like, you're stressed. You're, you know, obviously, like, living through some hard times. So maybe it's, you know, a way of self-soothing or, you know.
Yeah.
Coping, but I don't know.
Very interesting.
But the fact that the conversation was pretty detailed from his responses makes me think it did happen.
I don't see why it wouldn't. Like, it would make sense if he lived there that he would go back home during all this chaos.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he would live there, and he's a skater. So it makes sense that he would skate at the lake where you can skate. Like, the story made sense. So that's why I wasn't very surprised when I was like, oh, he's a skater. Of course he's going to be skating. Like, and like, it finally gotten cold enough for the lake to freeze over for them to skate. So it was like, oh, now we can all skate. Like, I don't know. It didn't seem weird to me that she ran into him.
Yeah. And, yeah. The next couple chapters change.
Yeah, okay, so this is going to be a hard question for you to answer because I was going to ask, because the next session that for next week, over the next week, we're going to finish it.
Yes, we'll finish this up.
My question,
we only have...
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah, 4th of May.
My question was going to be, like, what your prediction was of how you think it's going to end, knowing that, like, we only have the last little chunk left.
The problem is these books, the next one is The Dead and the Gone. And if I did not know the title or seen this book here, my prediction might be different. Because I feel like seeing this is going to get worse. Like,
oh, for sure. It definitely looks way worse just from the name and the cover.
And I don't even know the 4th one, so.
Yeah, we've never read the 4th one.
Like, this one is so short, we could probably just do this all in one session. This looks like
that one's pretty short.
But anywho's, yeah, like, okay. I think it's going to get worse. I feel like winter's going to really hit in, and they're going to have to deal with that, and whether or not, I'm curious to see how life is going to continue. Like, summer will pick up again.
Sure.
Will crops grow? Will they be able to grow any kind of food source? That type of stuff.
Right. So, I think that, first sentence of chapter 16. So, if you're following along and you haven't read chapter 16 and you haven't seen the first sentence, I think we've already said it in the book, but Miss Nesbitt died.
Yeah,
it's the first sentence of chapter 16. So
first, it's right there once you put your bookmark in it.
But I think that by the end of the book, somebody else is going to die. I think, like, the moon is going to get closer. Things are going to really go badly for them once winter gets hard. Like, this is still the beginning of
Really? Somebody else is going to die? I don't want nobody else to die because it's just her and her brothers and her mom.
There's a lot of people that could die. Yeah, there's like 4 of them. Yeah, somebody else.
You're wishing death on our characters. I don't want them to die. I like all of them for different reasons. Like,
okay.
I enjoy the mother.
I think it would be cool for, like, the mom to die or the older brother. One of the 2 older ones need to die. And I think that might happen. Because I think, like, it would be an interesting start to that book if at the end of this one, the winter gets extremely hard. And then things are already so bad for them because the winter is really hard. And all of a sudden the moon shifts closer. And then that's when things erupt and one of them dies. And then that's, like, when the next book picks up. That's, like, that's my prediction.
Okay.
Because if I was, like, brainstorming how to write this book, that's kind of where I would go. Is I would be like, okay, things are really, really bad to the point where one of them dies, which makes it very serious. Because we just lost one of the main characters. And then start book 2. That's, like, where I would head with it. So I don't know where she's going to go. But that's my prediction. Is I think one of the main characters is going to die by the end of the book. And then, of course, it's going to get worse. So that's my prediction. So we will see what happens next week.
Yeah, I am excited to see what happens. So
yeah.
But I am definitely enjoying it. And I look forward to continue reading it. And so we'll finish it up. And that way, there is no mistake for me. I know I'll just finish it all the way up.
We're really bad about reading, like, up to the chapters that we say, because we always, like, go over or we're a little under. It's like
I just have to say.
And it's not on purpose either. Like, it's not like we know that we're short or we know we're over. It's like we accidentally mess it up.
I went a little too far, so I'm almost at the end.
Yeah, you've read quite a bit more than me.
So yeah, okay. I'm excited to continue to read it. I did not want to stop. And obviously when I was audibling it and doing stuff, I just got in the story, and, like, when they say the new chapter numbers, I wasn't paying attention.
Sure.
And when the shoe dropped for me on what happens at 19, that's when I was like, I need to check, because I bet this is where I need to stop. Anyway, I got it all mixed up, so.
Oh well. I will say I did not want to stop when I hit chapter 16. I did want to keep going. So knowing that
The light doesn't want us to keep going either.
that's okay. We're almost done, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've said everything that I wanted to say about this week's book discussion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too. Did you want to pick a book for me to?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to explain to them? Oh, you're gonna get up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, I can do that first. Because she's going to pick out a book off the shelf, not show it to me, and I have to try to guess it within 20 questions. She'll show it to you. Last time, it was hard, wasn't it? So I am nervous, and I literally was thinking I was going to study the bookshelves, go in, see, like, I did dust them yesterday, but I did not study them like I was going to. So, yeah, there's that. All right, hold on. I can't run.
Yeah, turn around.
I gotta run a beat, so you're fine.
Okay, all right. That's the book that she's gonna have to guess. I'm gonna go hide it. Now I also have to pee.
All right. I'm out here making feeder content.
Don't say that.
That's an edit thing. I just had to say it.
Okay.
Just edit that. No, it was a bad joke. Because I felt awkward because I'm sitting here eating this and the camera's on. So I felt awkward, so I made it.
So you're just doing a mukbang.
doing a what?
You don't, like, you sit and you eat in front of camera.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No? Okay. A mug bug.
A mug bug? Is that what you said?
Is that what you said? A mug bug.
No. Mukbang. M-U-K bang. Although some people say mukbang. I pronounce it mukbang because most people do.
Mukbang.
It's just where you eat in front of a camera.
I'm eating my berries. I'm doing mukbang.
It's where you just like have a conversation, like a casual conversation while you're eating in front of camera.
That's what I'm doing. That's
Yeah.
what I thought I said. But that's not what I said earlier. So whatever I said earlier, I apologize. I'm eating berries.
Well, a feeder video specifically, like, when, you know, like they're purposely trying to, like, get fat and, like, leave, like, food on their face and stuff like that.
I thought everybody ate like that because I know I
No.
do.
Most people don't eat like that.
I thought they were just being natural.
I mean, I don't. Do you want to guess this book? I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I will say, this is gonna be hard.
Okay.
If you gave this to me, I don't know if I would guess it. It's
Okay.
I picked a hard one.
Is it recent or old?
I'm gonna say like recent, although not like within the last year.
Okay. Do you have this on your bookshelf?
Yeah.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it part of a series?
Yes.
Part of a series.
Yeah.
Female main character?
It's two perspectives, though technically I would say more male than the female one.
Is it part of the Harry Potter world?
No.
Okay. All right. Is it more than a trilogy?
No.
It is a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got a trilogy going on here.
Yeah.
So is it the Clockwork Princess
No.
trilogy?
Although that was a good guess.
Okay. Do guesses count?
No. I think when last time we did guesses don't
So
count.
we're on 6. Okay. Okay, it's part of a trilogy.
Also, I hate touching this.
The ball jar?
I don't know why I don't like touching. I don't know. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me. It's really weird.
No.
Yeah, I've always meant to tell you that I hate touching like ball jars.
Well, I will give you a different glass.
That's fine. I'm almost done drinking it. And I do it every time I'm over here too. I drink out of them, like no problem. I never say
Yeah, because
anything.
that's what we always
But it's
drink.
Oh, you touch it, it's like right.
Is it just the
instantly.
glass, or is it the writing on the glass? It's the writing, or is it just the shape?
No, it's not the shape. It's the feel of the glass. Yeah. I just
Okay.
don't. Yeah.
I will.
I just wanted to bring it up while I
cute
was
ones.
thinking about it because I always like mean to say something about how I hate touching like ball jars.
I'll show you where we keep the. I'll make sure we keep one out for you.
I have like one specific glass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't even like drink out of like water out of the mug, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
that.
Because I feel like most people can touch glass just fine, but for some reason like glasses, I'm like.
Okay, well I'll hook you up next time. I'm going to say something because that isn't good.
Also, like you've had ball jars for years.
Yeah.
I've never said anything.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Is the trilogy covers? Are they?
oh, good. This is gonna be a good question.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to picture books on the shelves right now. Are they a black?
They have black on them. They're not mostly black though.
Not mostly black. Female author?
Oh.
This is telling.
Wait,
right here.
hold on.
This is telling right here the fact that you don't know because that should eliminate a lot. Why do you put it in the food cabinet storage?
Yeah, I did what you did last week.
Because
I thought it worked. It's a male.
it's a male
Ow.
character.
No,
Or
male author.
Male
Yeah.
author.
Uh-huh.
Wow, there isn't a whole lot of male authors. This should actually.
Yeah, that narrowed it down, I feel like.
Yeah. And that should trigger something, and it's not. Boy. Okay.
My socks match your sweater.
Oh my god. They do. They do. They're cute. Let's see. Yeah, my socks are just gray.
Well, your socks. Wait, your socks match my shirt.
a little pink. Oh, they do match.
You have gray socks that match my shirt. I had pink socks that match your sweater.
We should switch.
Wow.
Switch socks. Okay. We share books, but we don't share socks. No.
It's like instead of a book swap, like a sock swap.
That would actually be cute. Like you buy
A sock swap?
Yeah, like you buy socks. Like there's so many cute socks. Like that's why one year we
like
did.
I buy you a new pair of socks. And okay, I was like switching
think
socks,
for
like your
Christmas,
used socks
that's
with
what
my
I
used
did
socks.
was get you guys all socks because
Yeah.
socks are so cute. Okay, let's see.
Well, yeah, because they have that cool store in Frankenmuth.
We need to go. I want to go. Oh my god, this is so much harder than I thought.
I know, and I picked a hard one. So
Okay, is it on the second shelf, like from the bottom of my bookshelf, from the top, like
second from the top.
there's a top shelf.
Yes.
And then there's the second. And you know what? This might not do any good because I cannot really. I'm trying to think of what is on my shelves. So this might not help me at all.
It's not on the second shelf.
Is it on the top?
No.
Oh my god. So it is down further. So it is one that I've seen. Have you read this? Yes, you did because it's on your shelf.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have not read the other two.
You just read the first one.
But I read the first one, and I have plans to read the other two because I really liked the
Have
first
I read
one.
all of them?
I think so.
Yeah, because they're on the shelf.
Yeah, I really liked this book, yeah.
Do you really like this book? And it's a trilogy. Oh my god. Is there a person on the cover?
Yes.
There is a person on the cover. Male. Oh my god. What the heck? Why is this so freaking hard?
Do you want a hint?
I think I'm gonna have to because
So you asked if there's a person on the cover. Yes, but it's a black figure.
written by a male.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. How thick is this book? Is it
I mean, it's about
300 pages?
It's about as thick as this one.
Okay, about 300, so not super thick.
Yeah, it's not like anything crazy. Yeah.
And it's on my lower shelves, which means
It's on the third shelf.
it like
specifically.
literally I look at it all the time. Do we pull this one off for TikTok at all? Or have we pulled this one off for TikTok at all?
I watch all of our TikToks, so I would know the answer to that.
Yeah, she does not watch the TikToks.
I'm not on. Yeah.
Like, have we pulled it off for like reference, like favorite?
Oh, you know what? I don't believe so, which is surprising because I feel like it was a very. I remember just really liking the first book, and then.
Oh, I know. Scythe.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. Scythe.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Okay. There's actually 4 in that.
Oh, it's
by-
not a trilogy.
Yeah. No, there's
Oh my
4.
God. I didn't know there was a fourth.
The 4th one I do not have in physical. I audibled the last one. Okay,
Oh.
by Neil. I knew it was Neil something. I was gonna say.
Oh, and the figure's not even black.
Well, that's
Yeah, I was like,
okay
oh, there's a
because I
black
went to
figure on
and
it.
got it. Oh yeah, we did. Because remember, we must have done
Oh, library kitchen.
Library kitchen.
Yeah, that's definitely my artwork.
But yeah, I think it is.
No, it definitely is because it's ugly.
But yeah, no, this is really good. You like all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
And the
good.
last one is there's a bunch of short stories, to which I normally would not like that.
Mhm.
But there was quite a bit of. There's like 2 short stories in it that I do think the last one would be worth it,
Oh, sure.
just for those 2 stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not worth it enough for me to buy it unless it was like on clearance, just because I'm a cheap wad. But it is good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Nice. I'm surprised you got it because I, if you gave me this one, I probably would have had to give up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I always thought, like, you see her face on this one.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like a face on the other side?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Even though it's just this shape
It's just
of it.
yeah.
But yeah, no, this is a very good one. You
Yeah.
need to keep up with it. And
Yeah,
it's good.
I will
It kind of
eventually.
has a Hunger Games vibe to me, which that's a good vibe to have.
Yeah.
So
For sure. Anything else?
I don't think that's it. I think that is it. Like I don't think that's
I
it.
don't think that's it.
I think that's it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. That's go ahead.
you don't want to say it?
No.
I feel like I say it every time.
Cause you're good.
I'm good at talking at it, saying it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's another Babble about books.
Yes.
Okay.
See?
Go.
I know. I think it was good.
Okay.
Those shall kill.
These are yours. This one's mine.
I'll have to get that. I'm gonna look that up. And
It's
I'm
really
gonna look
good.
up the thing. Oh, do you want to since we're sitting right here, should we do take this down for the talk about this to keep it separate? Probably. Yeah.
Sure. Might as well while it's fresh in our hands.
Yeah. Do it right away and get it going.